Sorry, eh?
Johnny, here I want you to join the crusade. I've watched you. You know, I've watched you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know, Papa, what you used to fan charcoal.
Right.
You've seen it before.
Right.
When you fan it, then the charcoal bright red.
This is a call for accountability.
You fan government's charcoal. It's bright red.
It's a call for accountability.
I enjoy it.
Johnny, first and foremost, let me take this opportunity because I've been seeing you for quite some time. You are doing a very good job for the mother Ghana. Remain undaunted.
This our society,
Right.
and it will take me and you to do it. That's why I always watch Johnny's Bite.
The general watches Johnny's Bite.
Every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnny can give you.
No.
You know, get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying. That the pressure Johnny and his people, the pressure they can give you, you know, get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Doing a very good job for the mother Ghana. Remain undaunted.
This our society,
Correct.
and it will take me and you to do it. That's why I always watch Johnny's Bite.
The general watches Johnny's Bite.
Every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnny can give you.
No.
You know, get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying. That the pressure Johnny and his people, the pressure they can give you, you know, get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's Wednesday. I'm always in high spirits on Wednesdays, and you know why? Because I'm a Wednesday born. Yesterday, a matter broke the day before, and I think on Monday, and it's raging. Even before we could finish talking about Achimota Forest and the scramble for those lands and the Ramsar site at, Sakumono, we even had a deputy, vice chair of the NPP telling us how COVID-19 funds were shared among political apparatchik of the ruling party. Just when we were about to even understand what was going on and to even get a signal from the special prosecutor as to whether or not he would be interested in how COVID-19 funds had been used and to investigate if there's any veracity to the claims made by Madame Felicia Tete, we get a 4-paged clap back on an official letterhead from our Ghana's IGP to the British High Commissioner. A 2-line tweet. I'm saying our IGP, on behalf of our police service, and by extension on our behalf, wrote a 4-paged clap back on an official letterhead signed by him in response to a 2-line tweet by the British High Commissioner. Wow. I like the IGP. In this house, everybody knows it. All my friends know I like the IGP, and I was one of the people who thought that he would be a very good IGP. Because if you look at his career trajectory, he had proven that indeed he is fit for the job. So I like the IGP. I like the fact that, look, this is the first time we're getting a PhD holder to be IGP and all of that. But yesterday I thought very deeply, and I asked myself, what is the central theme that the IGP wanted to communicate to the diplomat, the High Commissioner of the United Kingdom to Ghana, representing the UK government? The central theme was to tell the woman to mind her business. Do fiasem. Now, go on to social media, mainline media, the masses are split. Some are supporting the IGP for his bravery. Some are saying that they like the fact that he was frontal. But some are condemning him for what they say is a terse diplomatic gaffe. Of course, at all times, if you're a citizen of a country, you must demonstrate self-worth. You must. You must show that you love your country. You must defend your country. You must be bold enough to do so. So how did we lose ours to the point where now we have to be fighting to gain ours? Do you realize it? In 1957, when we won independence, we had national pride. People were confident enough to defend Ghana to the hilt. People, in fact, did not have to fight tooth and claw after independence to defend Ghana. So how did we lose ours? And why are we now fighting for it? And why are we now ranting? Because if somebody puts a 2-line tweet with ellipsis, and then we have to write a 4-paged clap back on an official letterhead, it raises questions. It does raise questions. How did a letter that is supposed to be restricted at the bottom, and if you know what the security people mean when they say restricted, it's not supposed to be made public. How did the letter that's supposed to be restricted leak to appear on social media, to generate conversation, to even get the British High Commissioner to tell us in our faces that she was actually not expecting a response because she has the penchant of tweeting about places of interest where she has been in Ghana, about things that interest her, about things that matter to her, and she thought that, well, she was interested in the arrest of Oliver Bakavomawa for traffic offenses. And you know, in that letter that the IGP wrote, the IGP had given the indication that, well, in the UK, this cannot be done. In the UK, traffic offenses, blah, 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 all of those things that are said. So essentially saying that, well, don't you want us to be like you? Essentially saying you should have been responsible and all of that. That was the tone of the letter, quite terse. Now I'm asking that, was that even necessary? Social media is split. You can agree with the IGP, you can disagree with him. That's okay, that's the benefit of democracy. But this morning, I want us to take a look at the lyrics of the Ghana National Anthem. But be reminded that before Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and his six declared the national independence at the Polo Grounds, on that fateful night in 1957, before they signaled for the national anthem to be played for the very first time, he said something significant. He said the black man is capable of handling his own affairs. Osajifo, he said, now this is a new beginning, and that the black man is capable of handling his own affairs. Since 1957, when we won independence with all the gold, the bauxite, the diamond, the timber, the cocoa, the salt, everything else, manpower, rubber, we have everything in this country. My question is, have we managed our affairs the way Osajifo envisioned? Have we? A few years ago, Donald Trump, President of the United States, he called Africa some unprintable words. You remember? He called us that we were a certain kind of hole. And as usual, we did to him what we are doing now to Her Excellency Thompson of the British High Commission. Oh yes, we went on social media. You cannot come from your country and talk to us like that. You cannot poke your nose in our face. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. You cannot do this. Years on, when we started demanding for our country to be fixed and for the system to be made whole again, we were asked to go and fix ourselves. Then we realized quickly how Donald Trump may have been right in calling us whatever he called us. We defended our country to the hilt. When it got to us demanding for the right things to be done for us and to us, we were told to go and fix ourselves. In fact, there was a whole movement which is still alive and which was put together, including members of parliament who tweeted, members of parliament in government who tweeted to say, fix yourself. The problem is you, it's not us. We were asking for the country to be fixed, for the system to be fixed. Fix yourself. And this whole back and forth, Oliver, back and forth, is fix the country. And it is in the IGP's letter, if you read it. Suggested that he was trying to incite the army, blah, blah, all those things. And I'm asking, how did a restricted letter make it into the public? Our president has been a diplomat before. President Akufo-Addo, he's been foreign affairs minister before. We have an experienced foreign affairs minister who was deputy to President Akufo-Addo throughout the period when he was foreign affairs minister. Now she is a full minister for foreign affairs, a full diplomat. Where is the president, a former diplomat, and a minister for foreign affairs in all of what is happening? The international world is watching. The Geneva Convention is still alive. Diplomacy in the 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s is not the same as diplomacy now. So I'm asking, how did that restricted letter leak what seemed to be a diplomatic gaffe? Let's go to the national anthem. Then he put the national anthem, the lyrics of the national anthem for me. That's it. It says, God bless our homeland Ghana. Of course, we have been blessed. And make our nation great and strong. Ghana is great and strong. Bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Freedom is one thing. Press freedom included. Your freedom to speak your mind and not become a subject of a target. And I told you last week, it is dangerous to be right when the government is wrong. Your right to education, your right to life, your right to information, your right to whatever it is. Fill our hearts with true humility. Oh, Ghanaians are humble. Make us cherish fearless honesty. And this morning I'm speaking honesty to you. I say, how did we lose our national pride from 1957 up to now, such that we have to be writing a 4-page letter to be fighting it? And help us to resist oppressors' rule. We did that. The fight for independence ended a long time ago. We declared free. Ghana, a beloved country, is free forever. With all our will and might forevermore. Now this is it. So we have done the national anthem, right? We have talked about right, what is right, fearless honesty. Then they take me to the Gumani Hassania Primary School up north. Take me to that school, Danny, quickly. You see, the UK High Commissioner would tweet the way she tweeted, maybe because of this. This is in 2022. Then he showed me another photo where they were learning. The assemblyman for the area, Gumani Hassani Primary School, he sent me this one. The children sit on the floor to learn. The children, they sit on the floor to learn. They lie on their bellies to learn. So what we are doing now, what we did to Donald Trump, what we are doing now to the British High Commissioner, is right to defend your country. But it is akin to living in someone's boys' quarters, not being able to pay for electricity, not being able to pay for water, not being able to afford your own food, not being able to pay for rent, and still demanding that you have a right over the property and the house and all the things that are handed down for you. Fellow Ghanaians, we go begging for alms from them. And we know very soon who will go and beg. We know how this will be settled, like a married couple who have problems and they are called indoors and it will be solved. We know it. So the show of bravado, the public show of bravado, is good to engender confidence. But I'm saying that when you go borrowing and begging to feed, then when you finish, you go and borrow money to build toilets to ease yourself. That's what we do. All this toilet at half price, toilet that pay 75% of it, toilet that is free, we'll pay 100%. Just show us a location, you have to come and construct it. Are all toilets built from borrowed money? So the people give us money to buy food. When we finish eating the food and we feel like easing ourselves, we go and borrow money to build toilet to ease ourselves. And we want to do tobe. We look for support when we have elections. Apart from last 2 years when we were told that it was fully funded. Since 1992, we have always looked for support to elect our leaders, to manage or mismanage our affairs. Our currency is weak. Dollar is 8 cedis now. Pound is almost 10 cedis. Euro, dangerous. We beg to borrow and build schools to educate our people. This school possibly was built with borrowed money. We borrowed to build schools. Now listen to this. When COVID-19 came, 2019, COVID-19, it came. In March, it was declared, March 2020 was declared a global pandemic. What did African countries do? We couldn't manufacture a single vaccine. All the African countries are saying, we are independent, we are strong, we are this. Tell me which one African country manufactured a vaccine, a bottle, a small vial of vaccine. When we finished, we went to borrow money on top. We went to IMF, we went to World Bank, we went to this, we went to that to borrow money to solve COVID matters, which included, again, feeding the African continent. The black man is capable of handling his own affairs. We couldn't manufacture a single vaccine. And we shared the COVID money for political reasons. So you see, it's okay to defend your country. It's okay to be angry at the white man. But I'm saying that if you have any anger in you today, as a good citizen of this country, knowing the lyrics of the national anthem, fearless honesty, channel it the right way. Channel it at those who have been given the opportunity to fix the challenges I've told you. The borrowing to feed must stop. The begging to build toilets must stop. The borrowing to expand our water, connection must stop. Borrowing to fix our electricity must stop. Borrowing to build schools must stop. Borrowing to chop must stop. Borrowing to support election must stop. Borrowing to even buy V8s for big men to sit in must stop. Borrowing to buy petrol that we cannot afford must stop. Borrowing to build presidential palace or presidential palace that's given to us as handout must stop. When you have been self-sufficient and you can afford your things, then you can have mouth to talk. But when somebody is the one dictating the pace for you, we are going to start going to the world market to find bonds. The bond money be your money. Then you write long letter. IGP, I like you. This was restricted. I don't know how it got out. But I'm saying that if you have any national pride, self-worth, think about it. That your leaders have led us down this drain. Osagyefo put us on a pedestal. When we gained independence, we were the richest in the sub-Saharan Africa. Today we are ranked number 8 and we are happy. There is a problem somewhere. The problem is us. The problem, we are our own terrorists. The problem is us. So you can get angry at Madam Thompson for whatever reason. But if you have any anger, direct it and get the problems to be fixed. Good morning.